smiles and the whistle.
I wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
What's up? So, yeah, we get just like what she needs. We're getting a pounding right now. Whole bunch of shit. Never even. I guess Mike made an attempt to get to work. Never made it. Pussy. I made it. Same bridge. But here we are. What are we looking at? Gonna look at Spectrum from PRAIRIE ARTISAN ALES. I think Steve has reviewed this, and this was the appropriate glass, but not anymore. Let's see. This is a sour with cinnamon, hibiscus, and chili peppers, and it weighs in at 5.3%. Has a little bit of that, it's going to be sour note. And I think I can actually, of all those things, the hibiscus, I think that is what I am smelling. So, cheers, you demented bastards, you. Getting the cinnamon, hibiscus. You know, I don't know if I've had a beer that said it was hot since the the habanero scalpin. I mean, it tastes good. It's drinkable. It's not overly sweet. It's not overly sour. But PRAIRIE ARTISAN ALES usually does a pretty good job. Are you getting everything that they say? I mean, besides that, what the hell is a hibiscus? And I'm not saying that that's not sexy, but it really looks like she's trying to like unload a turret or something. Okay, so missing out on the club was Salty saying Double Naked Club, and J-Dog saying Heart Club Mr. Holster. First in is Harmarsh Harold. Hello, everyone. Smile Money says hello, Harmarsh. What's today? He's in the holding pattern to have surgery. Hopefully it goes well. Clyde, Whiskey and Revolution for all. Clyde, what the? You think I enjoy this shit or something? You know, I'm actually thinking about quitting drinking. It's just not what it used to be. You know, I used to be able to tear it up at the best of them. You know, NIHAP, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, for good God, you should see the beer fridge. I right now, if you open the door, stuck your ass in there, I don't know if you get a fart to stay in there. There's so much shit in there. See what else is new. I did a video. John Solar's gotta be pulling his hair out. Look at this little cutie. The latest from Through Night, the T1S. It's a bright little light. I really like these the little lights. You know, you can have this in your pocket and not even know you lost it. It's bright. In this setting, it's what, 407 lumens, and then if you give it a double tap, it switches to 1212 lumens. And yeah, it's warm. Yeah, that's that tooth that I broke, and big chunk is just hanging there, and it's been like that for years. Weird, huh? So yeah. So if you press and hold When it's off, it'll bring you to Firefly. Otherwise, if you just click it, it'll bring you to where you were last. And if you hold, you get low, medium, and high. And then a double click is turbo. And then a triple click is going insane. And this little guy from Through Night is $50, $49.95. And I also like the clip on it. It's got one of those ones that can be in your pocket like that, or in your pocket like that, or put it on the rim of a... You can rim it. And why I am getting presents. This one is addressed to Joey, the Albanian Cuz. Joey, I am just going to take this upon myself to look at it. Because, what would the Albanian get? That's a good question. Oh, you know what I can use? I can use my Christmas present from Matt. A $30 knife. It's actually badass. Matt said the only real negativity that he could find on it is some people said that when you get it, take the screws apart on it, put some Loctite on it, and reassemble it. Hey Joey, your mushroom stamp is here. I think that's more of a gift for Christine. I think she'd like to, or maybe we're supposed to mushroom stamp everything for Christine. But yeah, that's good. Maggie's Magnera, thank you for your business. Heather Wright, owner and operator. Find us on Facebook. The old mushroom stamp. Okay. This does qualify. Compared to regular alcohol, that right there is about 27 shots. Salty, first nakedy naked. Harmarsh, congratulations, Rich. Yeah, Rich. And if things work out, someday I'll mail that to you. Rich says, cheers all. Smile Money says, top 5. Rich says, thanks. I'm sure I'll use it a lot, and my wife may even learn how to use it too. DFC, top 40 biatches. Rich, I think the Rise 140 triggers are slightly curved ones. I didn't see the straight bow option, or I would have selected it. Yeah, it's either a traditional curve or it's a straight. I mean, compared to this, it's going to be awesome. Now, having said that, this is they're polished and enhanced, I believe, and it comes with a lighter set of hammer springs. So I'll definitely put that in a bag, probably right next to my you know that thing. Come on, man. You know. Yeah, I do not, for the life of me, understand why that national match did not work in an AR-10. mean, I could probably take the trigger and rework the hammer, but I hate to rework it. I hate to smile money it to the point where it doesn't work. And right now, you know, I did my own 5-cent polish job and put in a set of JP springs, and you know, I did that to Christine's trigger, and hers is at 2 pounds, and she's told me not to do anything else to it. I still think she'd be happier if it had an aftermarket trigger in it, you know, like the same one that's the Velocity or any of these ones that we've been dealing with lately. But I'll just stick with not messing with it. So I got a little cash. Got a little cash from my father-in-law for Christmas, and Christine goes, you know, treat it as fun money. And I'm like, well, right now it wouldn't be fun if I spent it on something and then turned around and you really needed it for things like gasoline and food. But I was going to buy an inexpensive, I think I told you that the Davison Defense, they have a bipod that looks like the ALES, and it simply attaches to a section of slots, like put a 5-slot on the bottom of it. And then I just decided that I pulled, these were also inexpensive. These are the ones that just mount to the rail. Now this is a 22, so it's not going to be shooting out to a distance where you have to sit and constantly make sure that the rifle is level because of the the distance of the projectile. So these will probably work just fine on here. But being that I intend on sending this barrel home with John Huber when he's up here this week, and I wanted to be able to have it so that the bipod turned backwards, so that actually with these, once you put the brake on there, it actually won't stick out past that brake, because you know Mr. flipped aside. So we're just trying to make this a little bit shorter deal. But I had purchased these. I don't remember what company they were from. I mean, both of them were like, I don't know, 29 or 30 bucks. So being on here, that'll work out just fine. Like I said, I intend on sending that badass home with John. What the hell do I do with that thing now? Little one. You know, don't forget, if somebody is interested, I am sitting on two 30 cal Huber brakes, 3/4 inch by 4 and a 1 inch by 3, and they are both 5/8 by 24. But yeah, you know, I told John, you know, I can get this shit done with some JB Weld. I just gonna put that right there. And I mean, does that not? That'll just. I really like me and John talked about. It'll do nothing. It'll do nothing except for the fact that it'll look sick as shit. And again. These are significantly cheaper than going to his site and purchasing them. So if you are looking for a 30 cal brake, don't forget that I have these. Gotta love a little side boob. Harmarsh, I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. It was a good time. It was a good time. Used to work with a girl that looked, I swear, identical to that. Or at least in my mind, I like to pretend that She looked that good. You know, oh, it's got some good flavor. But I tell you, NIHAP, I don't know if this is the same. You talk about a brain thing. Well, it kind of does that too. But you get some of these heavier hitters like the Octomore. You take a sip and you're like going, hey, that's not bad. And then you can just like, it feels like it goes down the side of your rib cage and kind of goes like this the whole way it's going down. Brad? Hell yeah, brother. Hashtag FJB. Oh my God, there's been, did you, where did I post that? I think I shared it on Disgrace Book. Oh, speaking of that, I did share something on there that Jerry shared. You know, they're looking for the woman that politely asked the CVS pharmacist to pull out the Madura safety insert from the package, and it's blank. Do you realize how many laws and shit they are breaking? Yeah, but you know, what do they care? Because they've established themselves as being safe from getting. Oh, I remember where I shared it. Safe from getting sued. Okay, where's the Brew Crew? Here's the Brew Crew. Ooh, about to snap a tiger's balls. I don't recommend that. Ooh, she's hot. Trying to get through all the naked chicks too. Oh, yeah, that's not the one. Here's music to my ears. Doesn't it sound good? It's a public service announcement. So, you know, that woman obviously needs a bra. Okay. Our March, yes, it was a good time. Smile Money, the new variant Omicron does not seem to be impacting taste and smell. So you are probably just having a stroke. Well, thanks, Smile Money. Hector! French maid, Eric? Text sent, by the way. Mama. Smile Money. You know, the federal government has not implemented a vaccine mandate, even though another federal court has removed the injunction. The Supreme Court is requesting the administration to submit their argument, so we may see the Supreme Court make a ruling very soon. Yeah. Hope they make... most people are predicting that they will shut it down. Poco, well, that opening was traumatizing. Yeah. Too bad they blurred out the background. It really looks like a nice place. Poco, bummer. I didn't get a cleaver. Oh well, thanks for the opportunity. It was nice of you. Hey, yeah, if the three of you had all requested it, I just went with what was fair. Again, I'm being 100% sincere, Poco. If I could afford to have bought two more of them, I'd just, you know, but, you know, right now, You know, it's somewhat bad when your wife goes, how much is that bipod you want to get for your gun? I said, I found one on Davidson Defense for like $30. She's like, oh, yeah, you know, you got a little bit of money from Dad, so do what you want with it. And I still chickened out and went that route. I think that'll be fine on a 22. I still think, though, that the two that Davison Defense sells, they're both $30. Well, they're on sale. The Bigfoot, which is the one that I have on the DRG manufacturing, and like I said, take a little time, take it apart, put some Loctite on it, and reassemble it, and I've had no complaints about it since then. And I have, smart money, I have had it out shooting. Now the other one looks just like the ALES. Obviously it's not. Well, there's one of two things going on here. Either I'd like to think for the $400 and something I spent for the ALES bipod that I got my money's worth. I have a sneaking suspicion, though, that if, because I know this is happening, I know there's places out there that have been selling expensive ALES bipods, and you ain't getting them. You're getting probably the one that I saw on Davison Defense for $29 or $39. As a matter of fact, I think I told you guys that Bigfoot one was on sale for like $49, and if you kept scrolling, you found it paired with other things. A knife, grips, and paired with the same kind of grip NIHAP that was on the BMG 50 originally. Not that big looking like Target one. I think it was I don't know. It's similar to can't even think of the brand. If I showed you guys, you'd be like, oh yeah, that looks familiar. Yeah, so it's paired with a grip, and it was like $10 cheaper than the bipod by itself. And they also had the bipod paired with their skeletonized charging handle. I happen to have one of them. I mean, it's an Ambi, and I think the normal price on it's like $20, and they have them on sale every now and then for like $14. And in comparison to, you know, now Zeus, that is badass, and you can just feel the craftsmanship in that. But I could also have like seven of the other ones, and yeah, they do actually, Davison's Defense actually does make their skeletonized Ambi for a 308 for an AR-10. And again, it's like, I don't know, $16. So sometimes you have to ask yourself, you see something for $29, and it looks just like the one that I have for like $400, and I don't remember even what my bipod was. It was like I think about it now, and I'm like, what was I thinking? Well, I was thinking that I had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to build a really cool rifle and put accessories on it, and I did. Boko, shit, yeah. Pour rum all over the cake. Follow me for great recipes. Oh, speaking of that, I had some of that. Holy Christ. So Hector texts me, and he says, to AHD cat, Hector says, that cake is fantastic. He goes, I got one this year. He's like, except for mine's a little tiny one compared to that one. And so I decided to have a piece of it before I came down here to drink. And I cut off a slice of it and slathered it in Irish butter. And I was like, yeah, it's actually pretty damn good. So thanks whoever sent it. Jules, Island Gale. Oh boy, party at Eric's. Have fun. Too bad I won't be able to join you. Yeah, this Friday, if you happen to be in the area, this Friday, along with company, this Friday we'll be having a little get-together. Unfortunately, it's going to be single digits. On the Leaf Raker Nut Brown Ale from Mankato Brewing, or Brewery, I don't even know when I reviewed that. If I remember. Trigger says, or Tinger, T-I-N-G-E-R, Tinger, is it better than Newcastle? Yeah, it was definitely better than Newcastle, but I actually do like Newcastle. Poco Loco, looks like your Christmas was a bit triggered. See what you did right there. I'm looking forward to it. It should be here, but they will be here by the end of the week. I got the two from Rich. One's going in there. The other one, well, it depends on how awesome it is. You know, if I have to embezzle, I will. But I think doing the right thing would be to set it aside in the pile of stuff for Justin's final missions. I mean, if I do use it, I usually, do the pay it forward thing. If I steal it for one of my own projects, next time we do have a Justin thing, I guess I'm responsible for putting a good damn trigger in it. This was a 4-pack, by the way. This is kind of reminding me of something I've had, but I can't think of what it is. I think it's that hibiscus. Smile Money, you do know that the virus is contained in spittle as well as aerosol. Yeah. Well, you know what? Unlike the thing that's out there, Smile Money, I'm not wearing a mask for you. So if you get some spittle on you, it's your own goddamn problem. As is, I was pissed off today. I took my antihistamine, but you didn't, and so my antihistamine didn't work. Pissed off. Sharky? Oh, my God. The only way that could get better is if it was made out of red licorice. Smile Money. Have you noticed that after the 2020 presidential election, AOC has not got nearly as much news coverage? It's kind of the same with mass riots and protests and police shootings of innocent people. Well, of course. I know exactly. Yeah, you're just throwing it out there so I can say what you're already thinking. Now, see, the news, they're only gonna talk about stuff, and bring things up because it suits their agenda. Smile Money, that would be feather, not dot. Zeus, I signed up for Starlink, $99. They're gonna launch my 60 satellite. They're gonna launch my 60 satellites on January. Far out, man. In January. Poco says as soon as they speed up the latency, so it's good for gaming. I really want to try it out. And Zeus says back to him, 36 ms now. Poco, I don't have issues. Another word for Coke. So I don't think Miles would talk a lot. I just think his wife would suffer the ramifications. It's a hell of a drug, laugh out loud. And then he says, bozo. And And then he says E2. E2 is a miss. But Poco, if you actually were like Sharky and you were playing at home, that move right there immediately took out any possibility that the cruiser was sitting like this or like this in that spot. But I know that you're not, so I'm not going to give you any special kudos. Poco, if the Dems all disappeared at one time, the evil within the right would go unchecked. So maybe the whole thing needs a giant enema. I'm good with that too. Smile Money says, I guess I should have typed Jewish temple rather than synagogue. Well, you can type whatever you want. Doesn't mean I'm going to read most of your shit. I just pretend it got deleted, where I actually delete it myself. No, I'm just kidding. Smile Money. Eric, did you ever get the high point mailed in for your brother-in-law? No. It's still sitting in the drawer upstairs. John Solar, not supposedly, had a talk with somebody from High Point, and they asked for us to be patient. So, but thanks for reminding me, because it's time to stop being patient. I mean, hell, it's been, what, a year? I mean, how many variants have we gone through since, I'm not exactly sure what our point is. Smart Money, mandatory vaccine is 100% constitutional and has been for over a century. And bullshit versus go fuck yourself, LLC, 462 U.S. 23, 2011, Justice, and he's dead. You know, don't we get to go back and recheck all these? Antonin Scalia stated that the elimination of communicable diseases through vaccine become one of the greatest achievements of public health in the 20th century. Eric, you are incorrect. Well, they're not. Obviously they're not mandated because I haven't had one. The issue is whether or not the president has the power to issue. Whether COVID raised to the level of whether RNA vaccine was safe, etc. Oh, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why people with half a brain don't question the fact that vaccines have been around for decades for the common flu, and we still haven't stopped that. But you all go ahead and inject yourself with the guinea pig motion potion that was created in a few months, and then being forced because your job is more important than your life. Sorry, I digress. On the comment you read about the people calling for masks, never working a day in their lives. What are they working for? The WHO, people, or CDC, and other leading research hospitals. Oh, don't forget politicians, etc. Oh yeah. By the way, there's a whole list of places that don't have any kind of a mandate, and surprise, surprise, they're yeah. Yeah, considering it's actually not a vaccine. Oh, I guess if you can get someone to change the name. So if I put Chevrolet on my Dodge, does that make it a Chevrolet? Asking for a friend. Gillian, Mikey. Cheers, my brother. Cheers, Mike. Mike again. Black Hills, South Dakota is a great place. Been there several times in my life. I have too, but when I was younger. Not yet to go there on my own. Mike again, I'll drink them, you know that, but shipping cost sucks. Cheers. Yeah, Yeah, they're not worth spending any money to get to you. Mike again, here, Eric, my brother, at 50 minutes and 15 seconds. Yeah. Aired last night. Oh, how sad that we actually get to have a real country again with proud people. Blue Healer, 2 thumbs up, and pirate flags. Blue Healer. Blue Healer, is the focus going in and out, or is it the amount of whiskey I've drank? Sharky says most likely both. Blue Healer. Who has no life? Oh, that would be me. J-Dog, here at work. Zeus, I'm all for fixing the trigger issue yourself. Good job, brother. I deal with problems a lot, and my bastard file and hammer pay the bills sometimes. Well, I know what the problem is, and I'm capable of fixing it myself. And it doesn't excuse the fact that a company that supposedly has a reputation for perfection, I mean, after all, how many times have you told me, if you can afford it, the best AR platform trigger on the market, I thought was Hyperfire. Now, another company that doesn't respond at all to several emails over taking care of their own product. I don't know. When I'm happy, I tell you all about it. And when I'm not, I'm going to tell you just the same. So, I don't know. I have 3 Hyperfire triggers, and I had a problem with one. And I fixed it. Myself. Zeus, I don't need the Huber Concept Square Break. I'm putting a super dangerous, movie quiet, mafia muffler thing on my 30 cal reacher named Master Chief. Nice. McLean, what's good, my trigger? Got a little puffy going on right there. McLean, so I'm finally finishing the motor I've been working on for my bike. And I'm torquing the last bolt on the crankcase cover. And guess what? The bolt broke. It's always the last one. I don't know if that's just me or... Zippy, I was watching the demonstration in the UK, and flying over the bridge was a flag that said, Trump won. Gotta love it. Hell yeah. McLean, anybody recommend the best battery for a hot rod? It sits a lot. I have a battery tender I usually use, by the way. Don't buy the Optima batteries anymore. They're not the same. Well, that's a whole lot of side boob right there. I'm just saying. McLean, battery. I know Samantha says Interstate is junk. Having said that, I'm not quite sure what she recommends. I just know she says Interstate is junk. McLean, do they make prisoners wear masks? Hey, I heard there was something about a death row inmate that they made him wear a mask for something. This is our government. You just can't even make that shit up. Oh, and by the way, I would like to, because one of my favorites is Styx, and I guess feel the burn. Bernie was talking about how Blender Baby should be doing more to get them N95 masks into production. Well, when it comes to actually doing something, the only mask that you really have access to that has any possibility is the N95. Now, the surgical looking masks, you know, the ones that you see laying all over in the streets now, because you know how many baby harp seals are going to choke to death on them, because now we're just throwing all these piece of shit masks away. And the cloth ones are perhaps the biggest joke, because a fabric mask is like the equivalent to wearing a fishnet, you know, from like Jeremy's boat, wearing a fishnet over your face. But at least the N95 has some possibility, but I still laugh considering we use N95 masks at work, and after making sure it's tucked in and the best that it can, after say 2 or 3 hours of tearing plaster and lath off of a wall, you find that you're around your nose and around your mouth, and anywhere that the mask touches is on the inside of the mask is packed with black dust. So I know it's crazy, because those dust particles are just so much smaller than a virus. So, you know, I mean, smart people shit. Mr. 27 says 49th. Then he says intro babe is okay. Then he says intro brew balmy is okay. Then he says fast pour, nice. Then Wade, it's a nitro. Well, you know, that's the second. It's not the second time I've reviewed the same beer, because they have that, and then they have what I reviewed yesterday, the nitro, and that nitro really wasn't good at all. Wade, I passed on one of those Siberian style cleavers at our annual Christmas party. I like the traditional cleaver while dismembering a carcass. Wade, given the choice, I prefer a one-man band instead of a souped-up assembly line product. Hashtag FJB. Wade, mandate? Mandate? We don't need no stinking mandate. Mandates are George Soros and New World Order manipulation. They want you alone and depressed, so you will gladly follow their bullshit. Who can it be? Texting on my phone. Sharky says, that's some trigger shuffle right there. Yeah. Still going, but just about ready to finish up. Yeah, I'm ready to be done. Yeah, nobody in the neighborhood went to work today except for me. So by the time I got home, everybody had done snow removal. I mean, I told Matt to go in the garage and take the snowblower, and they couldn't get it started. I came home, started it immediately, but for some reason it's not idling worth a shit, and I don't know if it's because it's too strong on seafoam, or the gas went bad, or what the hell happened, but yeah, I've never had a problem with it running. I've had a problem with it starting. Let's not forget, I actually was told by Denny's Lawn and Sport that snow blowers weren't designed to run when it was really cold. I laughed, and I said, you have got to be serious. I mean, this was a snowblower that my dad had purchased 1 year, one season It was actually we had actually found the invoice. He had purchased it brand new, used it one winter, and then brought it in for its 1 year checkup, and that's where it was when I picked it up from Denny's Lawn and Sport. So it had actually been in for a tune-up. I found a bolt missing that holds the starter on, so I had to replace that. And yeah, it doesn't. It starts on half a pull in the summer, and doesn't run worth a shit when it's cold. I mean, really, who really? I mean, that's a thing. I mean, snowblower. I mean, the guy seriously was like, well, it's like really cold, and they're not really designed for that. I was like, okay, good job. Sharky, the Fiachi light on the 10mm Rock Island looks great. Yeah, it actually, I think it looks pretty sexy. Not to mention, I think it's kind of funny that I have, these were custom grips that Jason made for me at Lock, whatever you want to call it. And now the Fiachi light has a green band on it. So it just seems like it's like right at home. So I've been... I mean, I'm really not gonna know until we go out and pull the trigger and hammer some rounds through this. But I still really like this. I think it would be sexy as hell with a threaded barrel on it. But like I said, my original plan was I sold a gun just so that I could buy the double stack version, this exact. With the full under lug. I mean, some people like them. David Brown does not. But for me, I think this is just badass, and I like this a lot more than like the GI version. Sharky says A9. A9 is a white peg. That is a miss. That's a nice jacket. Get something like that. Sharky says SH. Last comment, Tardisius. Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Too bad the beer sucked. Did I mention it was a 4-pack? Well. Okay, I'm going to take another one of these to the club. I'm going to tell you, it's very drinkable. I'm not getting anything from the chili pepper. I'm guessing the hibiscus and the cinnamon are mixing, and I'm getting those. Now the chili peppers. It would have been kind of cool if it had a little heat, little attitude towards it. But overall, it's drinkable. I'll give it an 8 for Spectrum. Ooh, doggy. We are under a snow warning until 6 p.m. So we got another couple hours to go on that. In case you're wondering, I had this out. I keep thinking, would this be crazy to make a neck knife? I mean, problem is it's not light. I mean, this is. But in the world of Eric being everything is overkill, I think it'd be pretty bad. Just need to find somebody that can make me. I don't know shit about paracord weaving or what's the best thing. My other knives, I usually just take and make double nooses so that I can make it long, or tighten it up so that it brings the knife up a little closer, so it's not dangling on my sack. Okay, here we are in the club. 3 of you. Harmarsh. Cheers, clubbers. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, Harmarsh. Salty. Double Naked Club. Zeus. Cheers to the better beer than this one, laugh out loud. This is definitely better than the last one. Hit the button one time, and I'm going to squeak out of here just shy of an hour. Zeus stands as the last comment. Smile money. I'm just assuming if we waited 5 more minutes, we'd see you, but we don't have that. We don't have that luxury. I have to go now. So, cheers everyone, and we may or may not be here tomorrow. If it's up to me, we'll be here. If it's up to the world, we may not.